Well, hello, my friends. Welcome back here with my Good Bed English. And today we're going to talk about a topic that is very close to my heart, particularly right now, is giving yourself permission to be present where you need to be.
Resources, inspiring interviews, business practices, and practical advice to take your art career to the next level. Join Sergio Gomez in today's Artist Next Level and get ready to take control of your career.
Beth, how are you? Good to see you.
Hello. I'm just loving your topic today, Sergio, because gosh, do we need to hear this message more than ever? So I'm being present with you.
Excellent. I love that. And I know this is something that we have touched here and there in some other conversations, but today I kind of want to share more from my personal experience within the last couple of weeks. Some of you guys know who have been following me on social media. I kind of disappeared for a couple of weeks because I had to go and be with my mom, who was very ill. Thank God now she is recovering, so I'm happy to report that as I get back. And I know Beth, you and I we were in touch, throughout a bit too. And to a lot of friends who were asking me, what's going on? We don't see you. We used to go in social media. You're there, like now you're not there. What's happening? And so in this kind of chat between you and me, Beth, and our friends here, I wanted to talk a little bit about that because a lot of times, as we live in this world, which is all hustle, or being there, showing up, do that, like the list of things we gotta do, and the list of things that we need to do, and the list of things that everyone expects us to do, right? At the same time, for the different roles that we carry, that it is hard, when the world, when life throws you a lemon, to be there, to be present where you need to be. And that kind of was my experience too, as I had to leave to Mexico, and I had a solo show coming up the next weekend. That for social, preparing for a whole year for that. Had just released some new NFTs that I needed to promote, and the list on and on. Things that we had to do, but just kind of being pushed. Said, I gotta go. I gotta be with my mom. Super important. It created a lot of tension in here, right, in my brain. So I want to kind of share with you something that really helped me out to deal with this. And before we talk about that, Beth, have you been in a situation like that where kind of like life, I know you have, throws you something totally unexpected, and all of a sudden, like, you're here like negotiating in your head how to deal with that?
Well, it's not easy. And this kind of reminds me of when I had to drop everything last year and go stay with my mom after my dad died of COVID. And I had lots of things going on, just like you have lots of things going on. We all do. But there's some things in life that are just more important to be present in that certain situation, because work, the to-do list will always be there.
Right.
But like our loved ones, when they need us the most, they need us the most. So I can definitely relate to what it's like to have to drop everything and go show up in a new way.
Right.
Even if it's hard, you just it's just, you have to do it.
I remembered, when you had to do that and you had to leave, and you were there for quite extended number of days and so on. And those things kind of throw you out of the loop, because you and me, we're planners, and many of our friends here, we like to plan, we like to strategize, we talk about, preparing for the future and all these things. So we got the excitement going on what's coming, and then all of a sudden, like, whoa, what's going on. So the way I kind of deal with it as I was down there, I mean, I remember very clearly the first couple of days, arriving to Mexico, it was like hectic, going to the hospital. By then, they didn't know what was going wrong with my mom. So as soon as I get, like 2 hours later, I'm in an ambulance. We're taking her from one hospital to the next because they need to run some tests. And I mean, it was like all chaotic. And then after that, as I was sitting by her bed in the hospital thinking about, well, I gotta promote my NFTs. I gotta do this. I gotta send that email. I gotta run this and that and prepare for the show. What am I gonna do? And all of a sudden, the stress started to build up. Because I wanted to be responsible to the things I was supposed to be doing at the same time. And all of a sudden, I found myself being very stressed out and saying to myself, "Wait a minute, my mom is sick. I may get sick if I continue in this space of trying to be here and trying to be there where my work is at, and trying to keep on social media and see what everybody else is doing. And I had to come to the point where I said, you know what, have that conversation with myself as my mom was in her bed and it was just the two of us, saying, you know what, I'm going to give myself permission. I'm going to give myself permission to release everything that's over there on the other side, and give myself permission to be 100% here with my mom. So I literally, close all the social media apps, close my email, say I'm not going to check this until tomorrow, just in the morning before I come in. And that's it. I'm going to do that every day. I'm not going to post. I'm not going to follow up. Of course, I had some emergency emails for the people that I care about, what was going on, things that I had to cancel the show and do it properly and things of that nature. But everything else that was not super essential, giving myself that permission to be present where my body was, and being able to, do it in a way that I was okay with. Because I think that's one of the hardest parts, when we don't give ourselves that permission, it lingers in our heads. I need to do this, I need to do that. I'm missing this opportunity, missing that other opportunity. But once you give yourself that permission, it's like, it's okay. It's fine. The world will work out. Did you experience something like that for yourself?
Oh yeah. I think it can be as simple as sometimes we wake up with anxiety and the thoughts are in our head and we can't get them out. We can't go back to sleep versus, we have some big plans going on and then our plans change. And then we have the same thing. We have all of these thoughts in our head and things that we need to do. And the anxiety just builds and builds and builds. Yeah. And then what do you do? And so the things that I have found that have worked the best for me, and if you've been watching these videos for any length of time, I love visualization. And so I will visualize myself putting all of my anxious thoughts into a box, putting that box on a boat, and then pushing that boat out into the sea. And I'm using my visualization skills as a way to compartmentalize all of the things. And that has been really helpful for me because we can only do so much. We can only hold on to so much. And so sometimes we have to put things down for the sake of holding other things that are more important for that time. And so I'm so glad that you recognized that and didn't continue on this cycle the whole time. You were able to consciously think, okay, it's better if I have a plan for this so that I don't have to hold everything because it's not working. And so when things aren't working, we figure out a way to get them to work better. So good job.
Yeah. And I think that, what is nice about this is that this could be, any of our friends watching, this could be applied at any stage, right? We don't have to wait for something bad to happen or for, for something like this in our regular week. And, we often, you and I, we talk about here in the show about, refilling our tank, right? Finding time to, on a daily basis, how you start your day and so on, finding, those joyful moments, right, that we often talk about, but and continue refilling that up. Because when I came back home, I was exhausted, even though I had already given myself permission. That didn't mean it was easy, right? I came back and I was exhausted just by opening up the first day I'm back on last Thursday, opening up my calendar and looking at, oh my goodness, I missed all this stuff that now I need to do some catching up, right? So even myself permission to slowly pace myself back into work and not really overstress on things and getting things done. And I have to say, it's been enjoyable, the return, and being able to start posting again and being able to do those things, because those are the mindset blocks that, a lot of times get in your head and really get on the way of progress. Like, how am I going to catch up on this? So then we just get overwhelmed and we don't do anything, right? So kind of dealing with those mental conversations has been a really game changer. So it's been really a good recovery back.
Well, as much as we talk about emotions and balance in these videos, I hope some of it, wears off on you and me and our people watching, so that when we do find ourselves in those moments of stress, when our body is responding to the stress, that we don't forget all the things that we already know to do that work. And sometimes the best preparation is to have a plan. And it's important that we drill some of these things that we know to be true in our head so that we always can default back to our plan of knowing how to stay in balance, how to take care of ourselves, and how to just take it one step at a time.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And for all the friends watching today, figured out how does that look for you? What is it that you need to do, to get back in control of that, and wishing you the best as well, and giving yourself that permission. Don't forget, you are your CEO, as a creative, working for yourself, working for your studio, working for your creative life. You call the shots. You are the one who says, today we're not working. Today the shop is closed. Everybody can go home, right? You have the power to do that, and giving yourself that permission and owning that power is very important. And to close, my friends, I'm also super excited because, speaking about mindset blocks and all these conversations that happen in our head, this week we just announced the release of our brand new book that's coming up. It's called Crush Self-Sabotage and Live Fully: The Artist Wellness Journey to Confidence and Success. A great book that my wife and I, we just finished like all the process now. It will be released on June 25th. That's the release date. There will be a pre-order link pretty soon as well. And it's going to be really awesome, and something that we've been working for the whole year. So great to actually have it now in my hands and be excited for it. So I'll be sharing more about this in the future, but it's about that. It's about the conversations that we all have in our heads on a regular basis. So having said that, my friends, Beth, how can our friends connect with you this week?
You can find me on Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn. I've been on LinkedIn a lot actually lately. So I've been sharing lots of new content there. So you might want to check that out. But would love to connect with you if you have questions about creativity or emotional intelligence. I'd love to just share what I know because it's a passion of mine. And what about you, Sergio?
Absolutely. You can find me everywhere at Sergio Gomez Art, and I'm back, so I'm posting quite a bit. You should not be able to miss me, and should be easy to connect with me this week. Check out, just put in your calendar June 25th for the release of the book. We're going to do a big party here at the Gallery 30 Contemporary, and we're also going to broadcast it everywhere. It's going to be fun. So
awesome.
We'll be talking more about that. So have a great rest of your day. Goodbye, Beth. Good to see you. And to our friends, have a great day. Bye.
Bye.
Check out our website at www.theartistnextlevel.com, where you will find our podcast library, learn about our upcoming webinars, find resources relevant to your career, and much more. Thanks for listening to today's podcast, and we'll see you at the next level.